My beloved child, I want to tell you that you have not been accepted, and I will explain why. Pause for a moment and listen carefully to what I am about to say. This truth may cause your heart to falter, but it will also open a new door for you to see your life from a different perspective. You have not been accepted, not because you are not good enough, not deserving enough, or lacking something for others to recognize. The truth is, you have not been accepted because you are not created to blend in with the crowd. I have placed within you a unique light, a distinctiveness that cannot be mistaken for anyone else. And sometimes, the world doesn't know how to receive that light. They fear what they don't understand, and they turn away from what is different from themselves. Oh, my child, when you live true to your own truth, when you dare to walk the path I have laid out for you, it may make those around you uncomfortable. They see in you the courage they have yet to find within themselves, and instead of embracing it, they choose to distance themselves. They do not accept you not because you are wrong, but because you reflect the things they are not ready to face within their own hearts. There are times when the rejection you experience is the world's way of reacting to what it cannot control. You do not belong to the small confines they try to impose upon you. You were created to break beyond those boundaries, to live out the mission and purpose I planted in your heart from the very beginning. And because of that, rejection is not a failure. It is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. I know the deepest corners of your heart, where silent wounds and unspoken sorrows reside. I see every moment you face the cold stares of others, every time you feel lost among those who seemed closest to you. I witness the turmoil stirring in your soul when you wonder why your love and sincerity are not reciprocated. I know how deeply you long to be accepted, to be recognized, and to feel the warmth of love and care from those around you. In the past, you have faced moments like these. Your love was rejected, not because it wasn't beautiful enough, but because those who received it were not willing to open their hearts. Your light was ignored, not because it wasn't bright enough, but because some people were not ready to see the truth. Your truth was dismissed, not because it was incorrect, but because it did not align with their beliefs and expectations. My heart aches when I see you endure these things. I deeply understand the pain of rejection, the hurt when sincere affection is cast aside, when you reach out only to be met with a cold void. I know how that pain stings, how it seeps into every corner of your soul, making you feel as if you are not good enough, not worthy enough. But my child, let me tell you this. Human rejection does not define your worth. Your worth does not lie in the eyes of others, but in the unconditional love I have for you. You do not need the acceptance of the world to know that you are precious. You were created in my image, and in my eyes, you are an incomparable gem. When the world turns its back on you, I am always here, with open arms, ready to embrace you, comfort you, and remind you that you are never alone. My child, sometimes I allow you to experience rejection, not to hurt you, but to help you recognize the true source of acceptance and love. You will learn that true love does not come from being acknowledged by everyone, but from living in truth, walking the path I have laid out for you. Those who cannot accept you have no power to dim the light within you. That light comes from me, and no one can extinguish it. I know these words cannot immediately erase the pain in your heart, but trust that through each wound you will grow, become stronger, and understand yourself more deeply. Every rejection is an opportunity for you to return to me, to find unwavering comfort in my love. And when you do, you will see that the losses and the pain are not the end, but the beginning of a new journey, a journey to rediscover your true worth. You do not need to change yourself to be accepted. I did not create you to blend into the crowd, to trade your truth just to please others. I created you with a unique purpose, a light that only you can shine. If there are people who cannot see that light, it is not your fault. Do not let their rejection make you doubt your value. I want you to understand that the people who truly belong on your journey will see the light within you and cherish it. They will not love you because you resemble them, but because you are authentically yourself. And until those people appear, let me be your greatest source of encouragement and comfort. Come to me whenever your heart is weary, whenever you feel lost in this world. I will be your safe haven, your peaceful shore, where you will find the most sincere care and love. I have always watched every step you take on this journey, and I see more clearly than anyone else the strength hidden deep within you. I have seen you stand firm even when harsh words tried to wound your heart. Baseless criticism, unjust judgments. All these things did not make you fall. I have seen you strong, even when the silence of those you trusted most tried to drown out your voice. That silence may have been sharp as a blade, but you stood tall, refusing to let it extinguish the light within you. But my child, today let me make one important thing clear for you to hold in your heart. I see you. I see every silent effort that no one else notices. I know you. I know every hidden pain, every moment you wanted to give up but chose to keep going. And above all, I cherish you. I do not only know what you do, but I know the real you, both your strengths and your weaknesses. And in my eyes, you are always whole and precious, not because of what you achieve, but because of who you are. Yes, you have not been accepted by some people. I know that rejection has left deep scars in your heart. There are days you wonder if you did something wrong, if you deserve to be treated that way. I hear your heart's cry in the long, lonely nights when you search for answers amidst doubt and pain. But listen to me, my beloved child. That rejection does not define you. It is not the end of your story. In truth, this is merely a stepping stone on the path I have prepared for you. The scars you carry are not signs of failure, but evidence of courage. They remind you that no matter how difficult life becomes, you chose to rise and keep moving forward. And each of those stones, each of those challenges, will lead you to the recognition and love you truly deserve. My child, there are times when I allow you to face rejection, not to cause you pain, but to teach you the true value of yourself. You do not need the acceptance of everyone to know your worth. I want you to understand that your value does not come from external recognition, but from the light and love I have placed within your heart. When you learn to cherish yourself, when you know that my love for you never changes, you will realize that rejection is temporary, but your worth is eternal. I have witnessed the moments when you felt lost in this vast world, when those you loved the most failed to see your worth. But hear me clearly and deeply in this very moment, my beloved child. That pain is only temporary. It is not a sign of failure, and it can never define who you are. Those moments of loneliness, those rejections, do not diminish your worth. They cannot touch the true essence of who you are, nor can they dim the light I placed in your heart from the very beginning. You are not the judgments of others. You are not the silence or the cold stares they give you. You are a masterpiece that I myself created, with all my love and perfection. Now, I speak to you with all the love I have for you. You are not alone. I have been with you even before you knew of my presence. Even when those around you cannot see the light shining from within your heart, I have always seen it clearly. I saw that light from the moment I breathed the first breath into your life. I have known every tear, every smile of yours, even before you were formed in your mother's womb, and from that moment on I have never left your side, not even for a single instant. The world may turn its back on you, may not understand or accept your true self. There may be those who lack the courage to receive the love and sincerity you offer. But remember this, my beloved child. My love for you is unwavering. Nothing in this world, no rejection, no pain, can ever change the eternal love I have for you. My acceptance of you never wavers. It does not depend on what you do or who you become in the eyes of others. I love you simply because you are you. I accept you not only in moments of strength and success, but also in times of weakness and failure. You do not need to strive to earn my love, for my love has always existed, long before you did anything at all. My dear child, every wound in your heart does not go unnoticed by me. I see the times you bow your head in tears, the long nights you wonder if you are enough. I hear the whispers in your heart, the unanswered questions you keep hidden deep inside. I know the pain of feeling misunderstood, of walking in darkness without seeing the light at the end of the path. But I am here, my child. I am with you even in the deepest darkness of your life. The world may continue to test you, and there may be times when you feel abandoned. But know this, I have never left your side. When you feel lost, I am silently walking beside you, holding your hand even when you don't realize it. When you feel you're not strong enough to go on, I am the strength that lifts you. And when you feel like no one in this world understands the depths of your heart, remember that I know every hidden corner of your soul, and I love every part of it. Even though I have told you that the pain of rejection does not define who you are, that the light within you still shines brightly despite the surrounding darkness, my heart still aches to say this. I know that mere words cannot instantly soothe the deep wounds in your heart. And so, I want to say this to you from the deepest part of my heart. I am sorry, my beloved. I am sorry for the pain others have caused you, whether unintentionally or deliberately. I am sorry for the times you gave your heart fully, only to be met with indifference and coldness. I am sorry for the moments you felt like an invisible shadow among those you trusted the most. I have seen you try with all your might to be understood, to be accepted, only to be met with indifferent glances or cold rejections. I have seen your heart shatter each time someone turned their back on you, and I felt that pain as if it were my own. My heart aches when I see your silent tears fall in the dark, when you don't want anyone to know how deeply you're hurting. Those tears are never invisible to me. They reach into the very depths of my being, like silent prayers that don't need to be spoken aloud. I was there in every moment you felt abandoned, when those you once trusted turned away, leaving you in loneliness and confusion. Oh, my child, I am sorry for the times you felt like there was no place for you in this world, when you wondered if you were good enough, if anyone truly saw your worth. I am sorry for the moments you believed no one in this world could understand your heart, when loneliness became a burden weighing down your spirit. But let me tell you this, I understand you. I understand every thought, every emotion you cannot put into words. I know the dreams you cherish, the small hopes you keep hidden for fear of being rejected again. I know that rejection can make you doubt, not just others, but yourself. You may have asked yourself, is there something wrong with me? Or am I worthy of love? But my beloved, I want you to understand that there is nothing wrong with you. You do not need to change yourself to fit the expectations of this world. You were wonderfully and fearfully made, and no rejection can ever diminish your inherent worth in my eyes. Even if the world rejects you, I have never abandoned you. When you feel unheard, I am there, listening to every whisper in your heart. When you feel you lack the strength to carry on, I have lifted you, even when you didn't realize it. And when you think no one understands you, remember that I understand you more deeply than anyone else in this world. My beloved child, I know that my apology cannot instantly erase the pain you have endured, but let this apology be a promise from me that you will never have to walk this journey alone. I am here, always by your side, ready to wipe away your tears and heal the wounds in your heart. I will not let any of your pain be in vain. I will turn every tear you shed into seeds for future blessings. I will use that very pain to build you into a stronger person, filled with more light and hope. Not everyone on this journey will accept you. Not everyone will have the depth to understand the truest emotions from your heart. And not everyone will be willing to walk with you on the challenging yet radiant path I have destined for you. There will be those who cannot see the pure beauty within your soul. No matter how much you open your heart, no matter how much love and sincerity you give, there will still be people who choose to turn away from you. There will be those who ignore your words, who cannot comprehend the dreams you cherish or the vision you pour your heart into pursuing. They will not see the light I have placed within you, simply because they are not ready or unable to receive it. But, my child, in those moments, I need you to stand firm. I need you to understand that the acceptance of others is not the measure of your worth. I have seen your heart, and I know every hidden corner of your soul's deepest depths. I understand the goodness, the purity, and the kindness you carry within. Even if the world turns a blind eye to these things, I do not. I see them, and I know the great strength that lies within you, a strength that even you may not yet recognize. My child, sometimes I allow these rejections to happen, not to harm you, but to refine you. I want you to learn how to stand tall on your own, not relying on the approval of others, but on the truth of your unchanging worth in my eyes. When you understand that my love and acceptance of you are unconditional and unwavering, you will find the freedom to be true to yourself without feeling the need to change to please anyone. You must not let rejections or indifferent glances make you doubt yourself. Those who do not see your worth do not determine your destiny. Only I hold your future, and I have created you with a great purpose. The light within you is not meant to be hidden, but to shine, to spread to the places that need it most. And if there are those who cannot recognize that light, it does not make your light any less radiant. I understand that on this journey there have been times when your heart felt heavy with the weight of rejection and misunderstanding. You have felt abandoned, as if your presence meant nothing to those you trusted and loved the most. There have been days when you wondered why those closest to you could not see your sincere and kind heart. These questions, these silent doubts, have deeply wounded your heart. I have watched every moment you sought recognition and understanding from others. I saw your eyes dim when your words were ignored, when the dreams you shared were dismissed. I felt the emptiness when you did everything to be accepted, only to be met with distance and coldness. I know those moments not only broke your heart, but also made you begin to doubt your own worth. But, my beloved child, today I want you to know this. The reason they cannot accept you is not because you are not good enough, but because their hearts are not open enough to receive you. Their rejection is not a measure of your worth, but merely a reflection of their own limitations in love and understanding. They cannot grasp the depth of your soul, not because you are too complicated, but because they are not yet ready to see and feel it. I have witnessed the judgmental looks they have cast upon you, the labels they have placed on you simply because you did not follow the paths they expected. I know that pain has left deep marks on your heart. I see the questions lingering in your thoughts as you wonder what you did wrong to be treated this way. But, my beloved, those wounds are not evidence of your failure. They are signs that you are living true to yourself. My dear child, the pain you endure today will become the foundation of your growth and strength in the future. Every tear you shed will be transformed by me into streams that nourish your soul, helping you grow and become stronger than ever before. Those who cannot see your worth today will not be able to stop you from shining tomorrow. And those who are worthy of you will appear at the right time, bringing you the understanding and genuine love you have always longed for. You are worthy to have them. Look ahead with courage, my beloved. Do not let the limitations of others restrain the boundless potential within you. I know the purity and deep goodness in your heart, and I trust that you can overcome all these challenges to become the best version of yourself. Every step you take, every time you rise after a fall, is proof of the strength and resilience I have placed within you. There is a truth I want you to fully grasp today. I have a plan for you, a plan far greater than anything others may think of you. This plan surpasses the limits that people try to impose on you, transcends every judgment and indifferent glance from those who cannot see you as I do. You are not confined by their narrow views. You were created by me with a sacred purpose, a mission that no one else can fulfill but you. I know there have been times when you felt unaccepted. You have longed to belong, to be welcomed into relationships or communities where you thought you should fit. You have hoped that your sincere heart and tireless efforts would be cherished by others. But then, when harsh reality set in, when you were pushed aside, when others' eyes passed over you as if you didn't exist, your heart grew heavy with pain. But pause and listen to me, my beloved child. I have always welcomed you. There has never been a moment in your life when my arms were not open to embrace you. I accept you always, not because you are perfect, but because you are you. In my eyes, you do not need to prove anything to be loved. You do not need to change yourself to fit the standards others have set. You have been enough since the moment I created you, and my love for you does not depend on any recognition from the world. When others fail to see your worth, when they turn away or ignore the efforts and love you pour out, I am here to remind you of your immeasurable value. You are a priceless treasure in my hands, a light that I have placed in this world to shine into the darkest places. You do not need the light of others to shine, for the light within you has been kindled by the very source of my infinite love. When the world pushes you aside, when the doors you once hoped for slam shut before you, I will lift you up. I will lead you to other doors, doors that I have already opened to welcome you in. You do not need to keep knocking on doors that were never meant for you, for I have far greater doors waiting, opportunities beyond what you have ever imagined. And when your heart grows heavy from rejection, when the pain feels too overwhelming to bear, give that burden to me. I will carry it for you. I am not only here to share in your joys, I am here to bear your sorrows, your disappointments, and the deepest wounds within your soul. You are never alone on this journey. I am with you in every step, in every breath. No matter how you feel, no matter whether you believe in my presence or not, I have never and will never leave you. I know there have been times when you sat alone, wondering why certain things happened. Why did the people you once trusted suddenly leave your life? Why did relationships you nurtured with all your heart not last? I know you have questioned yourself, wondering if you did something wrong, if you were not enough, or if there was something you could have changed to make things better. But, my beloved child, understand that not every departure is a tragic ending. Some people leave your life not because you did anything wrong, but because their journey with you has been completed. I allow certain people to leave so that you may be freed from things that no longer serve the path I have prepared for you. Do not see these departures as failures or losses. See them as my way of clearing the way for better people and greater opportunities to enter your life. You do not need to change yourself to make someone stay. Those who truly belong in your life will stay, not because you strive to please them, but because they recognize your true worth. And those who cannot see it, they are not meant to walk the long road with you. I want you to understand that the ones who leave do not diminish your value. On the contrary, it is through their departure that I help you realize that you are worthy of better people, better relationships, and better opportunities. Do not see their leaving as a failure or a loss. I know that when someone walks away, especially someone you once believed would stay forever, the pain can be so deep that it leaves you feeling empty and lost. But, my beloved child, sometimes rejection is a hidden blessing. I allowed them to leave, not to hurt you, but to make room for those who are truly meant to be part of your journey, the ones who are destined to walk with you, the ones who truly see you, understand you, and love you for who you are, will come. They will not just fill the empty spaces left by others. They will help you grow and become the best version of yourself. The right people. The ones who will not only understand you but also uplift and encourage you, will enter your life at the perfect time. They will not require you to change to fit their expectations, because they will love you for everything you already are. Believe in this truth, my beloved child. I know that sometimes it's hard to trust in things your eyes have yet to see, especially when the pain of the past still lingers in your heart, when wounds remain unhealed, and the memories of rejection are still fresh. I understand that faith isn't always easy, especially when you feel you've been hurt too many times. But I ask you, trust me. Trust in my timing. I have a perfect plan for your life, and everything will happen at the right time, in the right season, exactly as it's meant to. When you believe you are ready, I may see that there are still lessons you need to learn, experiences you need to walk through to truly grow and become strong enough to embrace the greater things ahead. And when you feel like you don't have the strength to continue, that might be the very moment when I am about to open a new door for you. You don't need to understand everything right now, but believe that all things are unfolding for your highest good. Your path is unfolding even now, step by step, moment by moment. You may not see the whole picture clearly yet, but trust that each step you take is leading you closer to the beautiful things I've prepared for you. The people destined to accept you, to embrace you, and to walk alongside you, they are already on their way. They will arrive at just the right moment, not sooner, not later. When you are ready to receive them, and when they are ready to journey with you. I know waiting is never easy. There will be days when you feel weary, unsure of what lies ahead. There will be moments when the loneliness feels so heavy you think you can't go on. But, my beloved child, I am here to remind you that this waiting is not in vain. I am using this time to prepare you, to refine you into the person you need to become, to receive the greater blessings that await. My precious child, the journey you've walked is not just a series of random events, but precious building blocks that have shaped the person you are today. The painful moments you thought you couldn't survive were, in fact, pivotal milestones that defined you. They not only etched themselves into your memory, but also molded your heart, refining your thoughts and emotions, transforming you into a stronger version of yourself. Through rejection, you have learned resilience. I know how deeply those rejections have wounded your heart. Every judgment, every cold glance, every indifference from those you once trusted felt like sharp knives cutting into your soul. But it was in those very moments that you discovered a strength you never knew you had. You learned to rise after every fall, to keep walking even when no one walked beside you, and most importantly, you learned to believe in yourself when no one else did. Through the days of loneliness, you discovered the depths of your soul. When the noise of the world faded, when those who once stood by you slowly drifted away, you were forced to face yourself. And in that silence, you found your inner voice, uncovering the true essence of who you are. Something you may have never recognized before. Those lonely moments did not make you weaker. They were invaluable times for you to understand yourself more deeply, to listen to your innermost desires, and to realize that you don't need anyone else to validate your worth, except yourself and me. And through the pain that seemed unbearable, you found the way back to me. Suffering didn't just lead you to seek answers. It guided you back to your roots, to me, your creator, your father. When the world made you feel like you didn't belong anywhere, I was, and will always be, the place where you belong. Even in the moments when you felt most lost, when your heart was heavy with loss, I was there, silently beside you, even when you didn't realize it. Let the past be your motivation, not the chains that bind you. Do not let rejection or wounds make you doubt your worth. You are not defined by your past, but by the love and the plan I have set for your life. And that plan, my beloved child, is greater and more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine. There were those who turned their backs on you, who couldn't see the beauty and true worth I placed in your heart. They ignored the light within you, doubted your dreams and your abilities. Perhaps they thought you wouldn't overcome the challenges, that you would fall under the weight of hardship. But hear me say this, my beloved child. The day will come when they will look back and be amazed at the person you have become. They will see the strength I forged in you through every trial. They will witness your resilience, not just standing after each fall, but shining brighter than before. They will see that judgment and rejection did not weaken you. They only made you stronger and more steadfast. And above all, they will see your unwavering faith in me, the one who has guided and upheld you through every storm of life. They will come to understand that you were always destined for greatness, far beyond anything they ever thought they could offer you. They will realize that your worth doesn't lie in the world's recognition, but in the grand purpose I laid out for you even before you took your first breath. They will see that every trial was a stepping stone for you to rise higher, and every rejection was a catalyst for you to find your true path. But, my child, when that moment comes, I want you to remember this. Do not let the belated recognition of others become the measure of your worth. You do not need validation from those who once turned away to know that you are worthy of love and respect. You have nothing to prove to them, because you have always been enough in my eyes. You have walked this journey with courage and steadfast faith. Every step you took, every time you lifted your head in the face of hardship, was a testament to the extraordinary strength I placed within you. You have not only overcome challenges, but transformed them into opportunities for growth and brilliance. And that, my beloved child, is something no one can ever take away from you. I know there may be times when you feel the urge to go back and prove to those who once doubted you that they were wrong. But remember, you don't need to waste your energy proving your worth to others. True success is not about pleasing people. It lies in living true to the purpose and potential I have placed within you. When you walk the path I have prepared, when you live with all the love and sincerity from your heart, you are already victorious. Keep your heart soft and full of forgiveness. When those who turn their backs on you look back in astonishment and perhaps with regret, don't let your heart be weighed down by resentment or bitterness. Instead, see them with compassion, for they lacked the ability to recognize the light within you when I had placed it there at the right time. Their rejection does not diminish you. It simply leads you to discover the path of growth and freedom. My beloved child, every step you take is a testimony to my love and power. When others witness the transformation within you, they will not only see a stronger person, but also see my mark upon your life. They will realize that it was not this world that lifted you up, but I, who guided you through every challenge to become the most radiant version of yourself. And as you continue on this journey, remember that the most important thing is not how others see you, but how I always look upon you with boundless love and pride. You have always been a treasure in my eyes, even when the world couldn't see it. My love for you does not depend on success or failure, nor on the recognition or rejection of anyone. You are my child, and that alone is enough for you to know that you are always deserving of the best. You do not need to look back to the past for validation. Let the past stay behind and continue moving forward with all your faith and hope. You have learned to walk without needing others' approval, and that is true freedom. You have found strength within yourself and in me, and no one can take that away from you. Keep shining, my beloved child, for the light within you not only illuminates your own path, but also becomes an inspiration for others. Those who once doubted you may learn from your very journey, and through it, they may also find light and hope for their own lives. My beloved child, never forget that you were born with a great purpose. Every rejection, every challenge, is merely a stepping stone for you to rise higher and become stronger. And no matter how others perceive you, you are always a victor in my eyes. The one who loves, uplifts, and walks beside you on every path. My beloved child, listen to this story, for it reflects exactly what you are going through. There was a man named Joseph, a young man with a pure and honest heart, to whom I gave great dreams, visions of a glorious future where I would use him to accomplish mighty things. But do you know what happened? It was his very own family, his own brothers, who were the first to reject him. They could not bear the dreams I had placed in his heart, and they envied the favor I bestowed upon Joseph. And in their hearts, jealousy grew into hatred. What did they do? Instead of supporting their younger brother, they conspired to harm him. They threw Joseph into a deep pit in the wilderness and later sold him as a slave to strangers. Imagine that pain as Joseph looked into the eyes of his brothers, those who were supposed to protect and love him. But they turned their backs and pushed him into the hands of foreigners. My beloved child, I was there. I saw every tear that fell from Joseph's eyes as he was dragged away from his family, from his homeland, from everything familiar. He was rejected, betrayed, and sold out by the very people he trusted most. And I know, my child, that pain is much like the one you feel in your heart when those you love turn their backs on you. But this was not the end of Joseph's story. Just as the pain you're enduring today is not the final chapter of your journey. Do you know what happened next? Joseph was sold as a slave in Egypt, a foreign land where no one knew him, where he had no one to rely on. But I never left Joseph. Even in the darkest circumstances, I was with him, granting him wisdom and favor. I caused Joseph to find grace in the eyes of those around him, even when he was falsely accused and thrown into prison. Do you see it? Rejection and betrayal did not put an end to Joseph's destiny. On the contrary, I used those very hardships to prepare him for something greater. Through the trials, Joseph learned patience, faithfulness, and complete dependence on me. And then, when my time came, Joseph was no longer a slave or a prisoner. I lifted him up to become second only to Pharaoh, granting him great power and responsibility to save an entire nation during a time of famine. Even the brothers who had sold him into slavery bowed before Joseph, coming to him to beg for help. But do you know what the most miraculous thing was? When Joseph stood before the very brothers who had betrayed him, he did not lash out in anger or seek revenge. Instead, Joseph forgave them. He said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Genesis 50:20. My beloved child, I share this story with you so that you understand rejection is not the end. Like Joseph, you may feel betrayed, wounded, and lost amidst things you cannot comprehend. But I want you to know that I am using all of this to prepare you for something greater. Those who have turned their backs on you, those who failed to see your worth, will one day look back in awe at the person you have become. They will realize that no matter how they rejected or harmed you, my plans for you have never failed. And when you stand in my light, they will know that it was I who was with you through every step of the journey. My beloved child, trust in me. Just as I did not abandon Joseph, I will not leave you. The hardships you are facing today are merely stepping stones for me to lift you into greater things. Hold firmly to your faith, for my time is drawing near, and you will see that every trial has meaning in the grand plan I have prepared for you. You are not defined by the rejection of others. You are defined by my eternal love and purpose. And I promise you this: the time of restoration, acceptance, and blessing will come, just as it came for Joseph, my precious child. After all that you have been through, the rejections, the words that deeply wounded your heart, and the moments when you felt your worth was denied, I know your heart still carries wounds that are slow to heal. But today, I want you to do something, not to ease the hearts of others, but to set yourself free. I desire for you to forgive them. Forgive those who turned their backs on you, those who could not see the beauty and value I placed within you. Forgive those who made you feel small and inadequate, those who caused you to doubt yourself and the mission I entrusted to you. Because when you forgive, you are not only extending kindness, you are freeing yourself from the chains of the past. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or denying what happened. I know the pain you feel is real, and those wounds have left deep marks on your heart. But when you hold on to resentment, you are the one imprisoned by that pain. It not only hinders you from moving forward, but also dims the light within your soul. You cannot soar high while carrying the heavy burden of bitterness, and I do not want to see you bound by things that no longer serve your journey. My beloved, see forgiveness as a gift you give to yourself. When you release the hurt, you create space in your heart to welcome greater things. You allow yourself to heal, to continue your journey with a lighter and more peaceful soul. Forgiveness is not about justifying what they did. It is about refusing to let the wounds they caused control you any longer. I know it won't be easy to forgive, especially when painful memories still linger in your mind. You might wonder, how can I forgive those who hurt me so deeply? But, my beloved child, forgiveness doesn't mean you forget the pain. It means you choose not to let that pain rule your life anymore. You choose not to allow the wounds of the past to dictate your joy and happiness in the present and future. When you forgive, you open the door to freedom. You are no longer bound by negative emotions, no longer letting the past control your steps. You are clearing your path to receive the blessings I have prepared for you ahead. Imagine your heart as a field. When you remove the weeds of resentment and bitterness, you will see seeds of love, hope, and peace begin to sprout and flourish. Forgiveness not only frees your heart, but also opens the door to the deepest healing. I want you to know that when you choose to forgive, I am right beside you, lifting you up and healing every wound within your heart. You do not have to do this alone. I am your strength when you feel too weak to let go. And in every moment you open your heart to forgive, I will fill your heart with peace that surpasses all understanding. Remember, forgiveness does not diminish the value of what you have experienced. It does not make your pain small or insignificant. What you feel is real, and I have seen every tear you have shed. But I want you to understand that you deserve freedom from those negative emotions. You deserve a life unbound by the past, a life filled with light and hope. And when you forgive, you will realize that their rejection no longer holds power over you. You will see clearly that your worth does not depend on whether others recognize it or not. Who you are in my eyes is what truly matters. And in my eyes, you are always loved, precious, and destined for greater things than any rejection could ever deny. Beloved child, when you let go of the past, you are making room to step into the future I have prepared for you. A future where you are no longer tethered by painful memories, where your heart overflows with love and gratitude. You will walk into new days with a light spirit, ready to receive the abundant blessings I have already placed along your path. But as past, the rejections, the moments of heartbreak, and the memories you thought would be etched in your heart forever, are now behind you. The past holds no power over the journey you are about to embark on. The wounds, the judgments, the cold stares, and the doors that once slammed shut in your face are all just parts of an old path. And now, I want you to know that you have overcome it all. Rejection, though it once caused you pain so deep you felt you couldn't rise again, is now only a part of that past. It is no longer a burden on your shoulders, no longer a chain holding you back from the growth and happiness that await you. You have courageously risen above it all. And now, what awaits you ahead is a new journey, a journey of healing, hope, and the great blessings I have long prepared for you. And as you move forward, my beloved child, etch this deeply into your heart. I will never reject you. The world may turn its back on you. It may not see the light and the worth I have placed within your heart. But I will never leave you, not for a single moment. I see you when no one else does. I hear you when no one else listens. I understand you when no one else can comprehend. I will never turn away from you, because from the very moment I created you, you have been an irreplaceable part of my love and my grand design. No matter how many times you stumble, no matter how often you doubt yourself or lose your way on this journey, I am always here, right beside you, with open arms and a heart full of love. I will always see you, not just in the moments when you shine, but also in the times when you feel weak and most vulnerable. I see the silent efforts no one else notices. I see the tears you shed in the darkness, the unspoken prayers you hold deep within your heart. Nothing in your life is invisible before my eyes. I always accept you, not because you are perfect, but because you are you. I do not love you for the achievements you have accomplished or for how others perceive you. I love you for your true self, with all the beauty and the imperfections you carry. My love for you does not depend on your perfection or flaws. It is unconditional, complete, and eternal. And this love is not confined to the past or the present. It will accompany you in every step of your future. I will guide you to the place where you will find the acceptance and love you have been longing for all this time. You do not need to seek acceptance from the world because you are already fully accepted in my love. You do not need to strive to be loved because I have loved you before you even knew how to love yourself. You do not need to prove your worth, for your worth is not found in the recognition of others, but in the love and the plan I have set for you. My beloved child, when your heart grows heavy, when everything around you seems to crumble, and you feel like you cannot bear it any longer, let me dwell within you. Let me become your deepest source of strength and comfort. When the pain is too great and the burdens too heavy, do not try to carry them alone. Let me remind you that I am always here, right beside you, whether you realize it or not. And in those moments, my beloved child, close your eyes, release your worries, and lift up this prayer to me. Lord, please guard my heart from bitterness and resentment. When I face rejection and hurt, help me respond with love instead of hatred. Teach me to forgive, even when it causes my heart to ache. I offer you all my pain and disappointment, for I know only you can heal my soul. O God, cleanse my heart from the scars of rejection. When others fail to see my worth, help me remember that I am always cherished and loved by you. Renew a steadfast spirit within me, so that I do not let others' rejection define my self-worth. O Lord of mercy, when I feel abandoned and misunderstood, remind me that I am not alone. You have seen me stand firm in hardship, and you know my heart longs for love and recognition. Help me find comfort in your unshakable love. Lord, help me let go of the wounds I have endured in the past. Remind me that those painful moments are merely stepping stones on the journey you have prepared for me. Teach me to see beyond the pain and look toward the future with faith and hope. Lord, when my heart is weighed down by rejection, please hold me in your arms and carry this burden for me. Keep me from placing my trust in things that do not belong to you, and teach me to rely completely on you, the one who is always faithful. Lord, help me forgive those who have hurt me, those who cannot see the light within me. I know that when I forgive, I am freeing myself from the chains of the past. Teach me to love even when it feels the hardest. Lord, when I feel my worth is being denied, remind me that I am created in your image and that I have infinite value in your eyes. Teach me not to let the opinions of others shake my confidence in myself. Lord, when I am surrounded by loneliness and rejection, remind me that your acceptance is enough for me. Help me trust in your timing and believe that those who truly understand me will come at the right time. Lord, when I do not understand why those I love turn their backs on me, help me realize that not everyone is meant to walk with me on this journey. Teach me to embrace rejection as a hidden blessing and trust in the beautiful plan you have prepared for me. Lord, guard my heart from bitterness when I face painful truths. When I feel like no one understands me, remind me that you always see me, know me, and cherish me. Renew my heart with your love each day. Lord, help me let go of the scars in my heart, the memories of betrayal and disappointment. Cleanse my soul and renew my spirit with your strength, so I can move forward with lightness and peace. Lord, when I feel unrecognized or unappreciated, remind me that you have called me by name and know my true worth. Help me believe that no rejection can alter the divine purpose you have placed in my heart. Lord, when I feel weak in the face of life's challenges, be the solid rock on which I stand. Teach me to find strength in weakness and to know that your power will be revealed through me. Lord, help me stand firm when rejection and pain try to pull me down. Remind me that rejection does not define who I am. Your love and acceptance are the foundation of my worth. Lord, as I walk through closed doors and broken relationships, remind me that you never reject me. You are always here, always loving and accepting me. Lead me to the places where I will find the recognition and love you have destined for me. Lord, through each of these prayers, I surrender everything into your hands. I believe that no matter how much rejection I face in life, your love and acceptance for me will never waver. Help me always remember that I am not alone, and my worth is defined by you, my Creator. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of His life-giving and meaningful messages. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fully embraced in His love. Amen.